Hey, good morning, everyone. It is May 13th, 2022, and I'm out watering the western slope right now, as every morning. So a couple things. Once I get done watering here, I'll explain what's going on today. All right, so it is Friday, and normally today I would, release a YouTube video, and I still plan on doing so. But before I do that, I need to turn this into the panning station because I don't have a video film for this week. And the reason I started making Paydirt review videos was to fill in for weeks where I don't have a video made. So I got to get all this cleaned up, moved. I'm gonna put the panning station over there. I'm gonna set up the tripod up here, and we're gonna go ahead and film the intro and then come up here, film that video, spend most of the day editing, most likely. So that's the plan for today. I have to have a video out for Friday. As far as in here, today I'm scheduled to have 2 deliveries. Well, I was scheduled to have 2 deliveries, and then I called the freight company called T-Force from Grizzly, from this company here. They use T-Force, and it said scheduled delivery 5/13. And when I called them, the lady said, "Oh yeah, well, scheduled delivery is estimated, and I have to wait for them to call me to schedule something." I'm like, well, it says scheduled 5/13. Why would you have to call me to schedule something you already told me? I changed my plans. I got everything set up for today, and she's like, well, we'll call you and set up an appointment. I'm like, that's ridiculous, right? So anyway, I'm waiting on their phone call for the dust collector from Grizzly. Also, from Home Depot, I have the air compressor. That's scheduled for today, so that should be here. I just have to wait for a phone call from them. They're gonna schedule a 4-hour window. They have not called yet, so that gives me a couple hours at least to film the video. And then we're leaving this weekend. We're not gonna be back for a couple days, so that will, at least we'll have one machine here, and then we'll schedule for next week for the dust collector, I guess. So I guess first things first, we'll clean this room out over here. We'll clean the Paydirt room out. We'll set up the panning station. We'll get it to where it's supposed to be. And just for temporary purposes, before I put drywall up and everything, we'll move that over, film the video, get that knocked out. All right, so I just shoved a few things around, made some room for today's video. Got the camera mounted on the little tripod here. I had to go down and get a battery because these batteries don't last very long. And once we get this thing filmed, I'll be spending some time editing. I almost tripped over this. And yeah, I'm gonna have to set this sheet up above just to help with the reflections and stuff. So I'm just gonna temporarily staple that up there and get this thing filmed. All right, I am done filming the video. I'm gonna have some breakfast. These are dry porcinis from last year, and man, that smells real good. Got a whole bucket of them. I'm gonna make some eggs, put some cheese in there, some tomatoes. Yeah. All right, not too bad. It's 1 p.m. Got the video shot, edited, and rendered. I just stapled up a piece of black material up above the panning station here. What I should do is film another video because I already have everything set up, but that's all right. I would like to start on getting this plywood up there. We got the doors installed. Let's get the plywood up as much as we can. That's gonna be a lot of measuring and some cutting. So we'll knock that out. We'll get those up just to get them off the floor, pretty much. Get them up onto the walls. All right, we're making some progress here. One thing that I thought about doing while putting these walls up was that the French cleats, if I decide to put them on this wall, instead of having all these screw holes in the front like this, I could actually attach them from the back, and then that would make it look a little bit cleaner. Not that it really matters. It is a wood shop after all, but I mean, you know, it might be a nice little touch to have, you know, up above where any benches might be. If I want to put, you know, some French cleats from here over, I could just attach them from the back, and then that'll prevent having any more of these screw holes. When I do install the French cleats, I could actually install them right over top of these screws to hide these as well. But so far so good. I got to this point here, and I'm cutting out a strip that goes up and comes out about this far, so I don't have to waste a whole sheet, and I'm just gonna fill that in. But when I got to this part here with the circular saw, when using the circular saw to get to an edge like this, if I wanted it to fall off, I would have to cut past, because the blade comes in at an angle, right, like this. So I would have to actually go past the line. But this bolt-eye tool thing, it prevents me from doing that. It makes a really clean cut. You can go right to the corner with this thing. Let's see if I can get it from underneath. Here we go. Look at that. Nice clean cut. This thing is scary good. Never thought I'd ever purchase one of those. Every time I've seen people on YouTube using them, and a lot of people use them on YouTube, that's where I first saw them, I was like, that seems like a waste of money. But man, this thing has gotten me, especially up in the corners and stuff for the cathedral ceiling and these little tiny detail work and stuff. This thing is great. Cutting nails off, you name it. All right, let's continue with the installation. Got 1 panel, 2, 3 panels up. I got to do this one. I'm going to do another small one, and then Heather just texted me she wants Mexican food tonight, so that sounds pretty good to me. So I think that's what we're going to do. Also, I talked to the freight people for the dust collector and also for the air compressor, and they told me that they're not going to be here until the 16th. So that's Monday. So Monday morning, I will be back from our trip, and we will have some bigger machinery in here. And then once that stuff is in here, I need to call the electrician to get some conduit and some lines run for these machines. Everything that's coming in, the air compressor, the dust collector, this bandsaw, that sander, everything is 220. Everything needs to have a permit pulled, so everything's gonna be up to code, of course. We don't wanna be burning the place down. I just built it, right? So, and plus, when I go to resell this house in the future, of course, they check for permits and everything, so we're on the right track there. I'm gonna keep going until Heather gets here. She should be here any minute, actually. I'd like to finish this little thing up. And so if you hover your mouse over the little red bar scrolling at the bottom of the screen, if it's towards the end of the video, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.